Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Today, guys, we have our concluding for our gut series episode. And of course, it's not the last episode we're going to do on gut health because our science, our nutrition science, our health science, they are developing. And right now they are developing at more rapid pace than ever because of the technology available to us, because of connectivity of everyone and everything. So we are not done with gut health episodes, but for now this is going to be the last one to bringing everything together so you have all the tools, all the knowledge that we as humanity have right now to master your gut health, or to do the best you can to bring your gut health to a level where it feels good, where it feels like you got this, like you have the foundation of gut health. Because guys, gut health is the foundation for our overall body health. If we don't have gut health, we're not going to have much of anything, because everything is connected to our gut health. Our mental health, our energy levels, our nutrient status, meaning how much nutrition we absorb from our foods and how much nutrition is made in our gut. How we feel emotionally, because there are so many neurotransmitters and chemicals that affect our mood created in our gut. So gut health is the foundation of our whole body health. And we do need to take care of it, guys. So today, in this concluding episode, we are talking about lifestyle that supports our gut health. So it's not about food, even though food, of course, is the biggest part, because it actually chemically influences how our gut bugs work and live and how they affect our overall body health. But lifestyle also affects our gut health and how our gut bugs live inside of us, how well or how not so well. And a lot of studies have been done proving that different aspects of our lifestyle affect negatively or positively our gut health. So let's start with the first one, and it's exercise. So exercise, guys, it's been shown in many studies to positively affect our gut health, meaning the diversity, how robust, how strong our gut health is, how much of beneficial compounds they produce, anti-inflammatory compounds. A regular exercise has been proven to improve our gut health. And there is no really specific kind of exercise. It seems that active lifestyle, that would affect our gut health in the best possible way. But there is such thing as too much. So for example, if you are a professional athlete, or someone is a professional athlete and they train a lot, and intense exercise is a stress for our body and for our gut health. So when we exercise, our blood flow is diverted towards our brain, towards our muscles, towards our nervous systems, and we cannot at the same time have blood flow diverted towards our gut and towards other systems that are involved in highly intensive exercise or in any exercise. And so if we exercise a lot, if we do really intense workouts, if we spend a lot of times exercising, and that blood flow is diverted towards our skeletal and muscle systems, then our gut, our digestive systems, they will not have that blood flow with nutrients, with oxygen diverted towards them. And that puts our gut microbiome under a lot of stress. And so when we exercise a lot, when we don't recover enough, homeostasis in the gut gets disrupted, and intestinal cells called enterocytes can actually experience damage. Especially it is true, guys, for endurance sports athletes who do exercise a lot of hours, and that can even lead to intestinal ischemia, which means that intestines are starved for blood, resulting in abdominal cramping and severe diarrhea. So diarrhea can be even caused by too much exercise. And if you're a professional athlete, if you're someone who exercises a lot but doesn't recover much, you actually can have a lot of problems with your digestion, with absorbing nutrients, and you are putting your gut health, your gut bugs at danger. So make sure that you do exercise, but you don't do too much, because too much is not positive for our gut health. The next one, guys, so exercise is important. Again, exercise regularly every day, 30 minutes. I recommend doing that, some weight training, some cardio training or walking, and some stretching, some yoga that we will also talk a little bit later today about. And that's all you need. Stay active. Sleep. The second one, guys, sleep has also been shown to affect our gut health in a positive way when we do it in a proper way, and not in a positive way when we don't sleep enough. So when we don't sleep enough, our gut health suffers a lot. Sleep is kind of like recovery phase for a lot of our body systems. So if we don't sleep enough, or our sleep quality is not where it's supposed to be, or we sleep in odd hours and not in regular hours, or we sleep sometimes during the day, sometimes during the night, we have shift work, it all affects our gut health negatively. So sleep is that recovery phase, and our brain recovers, and our gut lining is recovering during our sleep. So if we don't sleep enough, our gut health suffers a lot. So for example, sleep fragmentation, I'm reading you an extract from Gut Balance, Total Gut Balance book that we talked about yesterday. So sleep fragmentation changes feeding behaviors in mice, for example, because on humans, guys, these sleep studies are actually considered to be inhumane, because that's how detrimental, that's how bad they're proven to be for human health. Sleep deprivation can even be deadly. That's why a lot of sleep studies are done on mice, not on humans. So sleep fragmentation changed feeding behavior, and the mice became more likely to become obese and develop insulin resistance. Both conditions, getting obese and developing insulin resistance, are proven to be related to the gut microbiome. These mice had increased levels of more pathogenic microbes and decreased levels of more favorable microbes, which led to inflammation in their visceral body fat, the more dangerous kind of inflammation, because this fat is stored deep inside around our vital organs. There is no doubt that sleep deprivation can increase our fat stores, our inflammation levels, our intestinal permeability, meaning that stuff that's supposed to be staying in our gut is getting into our bloodstream, causing autoimmune conditions, allergic reactions, inflammations. So that also affects sleep deprivation, our sensitivity to insulin, putting us at greater risk for developing diabetes. So all that, guys, that can be caused by sleep deprivation, by fragmented sleep, by insomnia, by any kinds of sleep disruptions. And so again, sleep, the quality of sleep has been proven to be tightly connected with our gut health on so many levels. But when it comes to sleep, what is good sleep? We talked about sleep a lot on this podcast. So the recommendation in this book, Total Gut Balance, that I totally agree with, one of them, let's start with the first one. Don't eat a large meal within 3 hours of going to bed. And some people always are surprised to hear that, like not eating before bed. But guys, again, let's repeat that sleep is that recovery phase where our gut, our brain, and all major systems in our body are supposed to be recovering. If you eat right before bed, you're not going to be sleeping well, your digestive system is going to be working and it's not going to be recovering. And so instead of, again, getting good quality sleep and recovery, your body is, at least part of it, going to be working for many hours. And so that's why it is recommended, highly recommended. It is really important to not eat before bed. I recommend stopping all food 2-3 hours before bed, all food. So after that, you can drink like herbal tea and water. Don't look at any screens, including your television, your computer, and your phone for at least an hour before going to sleep, because that also disrupts the quality of sleep, the depth of sleep, and that, of course, affects our gut health, as we already talked about. And not looking at our screens has another connection to the quality of our sleep. Is when we usually look at our screens, we get excited or sometimes stressed if we check our email or social media or doing any work. And being in a state of excitement, being aroused, being stressed, that also will affect the quality of your sleep, that will affect your recovery, that will affect the depth of your sleep, and that all will negatively affect our gut health and our overall recovery and our brain health including. So guys, it is very important to stop looking at all the screens an hour before bed. And I'm always recommending that to all of my clients too. And they then tell me how much better they sleep and actually how much less sleep sometimes they need to feel fully recovered. Meaning, like, if before they felt like they needed 10-11 hours on the weekends to recover, now they are fine with just 7.5-8 hours, and they wake up early when they do this practice of not looking at screens and not working and not, watching Netflix right before bed. Try not to get into arguments or start tackling big complex problems in the evenings after dinner. And that, guys, also, like, when you are eating, when you finish your meals, do not start stressing about problems or working on something, because, again, your blood flow can be effectively diverted only to a few places in your body. And so if you finish your meal, or if you are in the middle of your meal and you are working or checking your emails or maybe talking to someone about some work problem, then guess what, guys? Your digestion not going to run smoothly. Nutrients are not going to be absorbed that well. Your digestion not going to, again, run smoothly. And so a lot of things will and can go wrong. And especially if you are doing that before bed. So you're going to compromise your digestion right before bed, and you're going to compromise your sleep and recovery right before bed. So when you have your dinner, just focus on your dinner. Problems, leave them for another day when you have fresh start, a fresh head after a good night's sleep. Yeah, so don't work on problems when you're having dinner and in late hours before bed. Also, for good quality sleep, create a bedtime routine. Guys, maybe play some music, maybe meditate, maybe read before bed, maybe take a bath, do something, maybe stretch, do foam rolling. That's one of my favorite activities. Keep positive attitude, do gratitude exercise, basically saying what you're grateful for, 3-5 things, simple things or complicated things right before bed. And that's going to improve the quality of your sleep. That, again, is tightly connected with our gut health. So we talked about exercise, we talked about sleep. Now, guys, if any of you are smokers or trying to quit smoking, here is another motivation for you. Smoking does affect our gut health. So one survey noted that there were some parallels between the altered microbiomes of smokers and of the people with both inflammatory bowel disease and obesity. Microbiome shifts are likely to put people at greater risk for intestinal as well as systemic diseases, especially inflammatory bowel diseases. And also in smokers had a significantly higher abundance of candida. That's the fungi that creates a lot of problems in our body. So guys, if you are smoking, you are also affecting your gut microbiome in a negative way. The next one, get your nutrients. Nutrition affects your gut bugs too. We depend on nutrients from our gut bacteria, and they provide us with some nutrients, but they also depend on the nutrients from our food, not just fiber, but also different other nutrients, vitamins and minerals. And so we get something from them, they need to get something from us, and that's how we maintain gut balance. And so if we are nutrient deficient, chronically nutrient deficient, we are compromising our gut health. And for example, B vitamins, deficiencies in B vitamins, vitamin K, vitamins A, D, E, minerals like zinc. Deficiencies in these vitamins have a negative impact on immunity, especially cell responses, and have also been linked to the development of intestinal infections. So nutrient deficiencies, they do not just affect us negatively, but they also affect negatively our gut balance. That in turn will not produce beneficial nutrients that we need from them. And guys, sometimes I get questions like, if I don't get, for example, vitamin B12 because I'm a vegan, will this affect my health? Guys, those nutrients are called essential nutrients because they are essential for our health, and you will suffer if you don't get them. It's not just, a good thing to have. This is essential for our health. And so if you are a vegan and if you are not supplementing and hoping for some miracle or bacteria that's gonna come from soil to you, that's not going to happen. That's not a proven way to get your B12. That is crucial for our nervous system. And actually, if you're going to be chronically deficient in B12 vitamin, and also some supplements don't work for some people, if you are chronically deficient, you can create permanent damage to your nervous system that's never going to be repaired. So yes, essential nutrients are called essential for a reason, and they affect our whole body health and our gut health. The next one, guys, medications. Whatever you put in your body, whatever we put in our bodies, it all affects our gut health. And a lot of medications, they affect our gut health negatively. I don't even know medications that affect our gut health positively, and I never heard of them. But specifically pay attention. If you are taking antibiotics or antifungal, acid-reducing medicines, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, hormone-manipulating drugs like birth control and hormone replacement therapy, corticosteroids. So if you take any of those, they are affecting our gut health negatively. So do whatever you can to stop them as soon as possible, and really look into your reasons for taking them and weigh whether they are really necessary or not. Because again, our gut health is the foundation of our health. And so if you are killing that health with those medications, trying to solve other problems, you might be, you might be solving one problem by creating another huge problem that's gonna at some point come up and screw up your health in some way. So guys, if you are taking any of those medications, look into the reasons for taking them, whether they are vital, and how you can stop them, not necessarily today, but gradually transition to something better, something more gut health friendly. And the last, guys, but not least, stress management. Our stress levels in our body are proven to be connected intimately to our gut health. Stress has a profoundly negative impact on the human microbiome in general, and microbiome in particular. So the book I'm reading from is Total Gut Balance that we talked about yesterday. And so our bacteria, our fungi, they are all negatively and profoundly affected by our stress levels. There is this connection, physical connection between our gut and our brain. And so if we are perceiving any stress on a mental level, that's gonna be connected, that's gonna relate, that's gonna be transported, that's stress into our gut. And so a lot of my clients report to me that when they're feeling stressed and they're trying to eat, they always have so many more problems with digestion compared to times when they actually do that exercise that I recommend: breathing before eating, not checking email, not solving problems, just focusing on something positive. So then digestion becomes much, much better. And that's because stress levels in our brain that we're going to experience it on some level in our gut. And that works the other way around too, guys. If we are experiencing some digestive issues because of unfavorable foods or food combinations, that stress in our gut going to be transmitted to our brain, and we're going to feel stressed and we're going to feel less emotionally balanced. So it works both ways. And that's why it's important to manage stress mentally, and then also make sure that you're not creating any stress in your gut directly by choosing foods that do not work for you or food combinations. Reading something again from the book, there is a dysbiosis, or basically lack of balance, element in many neurological issues, including depression, schizophrenia, and autism. And there is neurological element and many gastrointestinal issues, including irritable bowel syndrome, often linked with anxiety and depression, inflammatory bowel disease, and ulcerative colitis, just to name a few. Also, a decrease in microbial diversity can muffle the crosswork and lessen the effectiveness of relationships between the gastrointestinal and immune status. As a result, can be greater susceptibility to chronic disease. So basically, guys, our brain and our gut are connected, and also there are at least 70 to 90% of our immune system is in our gut. And so when something negative is happening in our gut, or we are experiencing a lot of mental stress, so the stress going to be transmitted between those systems, our immune systems, our gut, our brain, and that overall going to create negative health consequences in our body, in our overall health. So it's, the problem cannot be in one place in our body. It all interconnected, especially our gut and our brain. So manage stress, guys. That's important for our gut health too. If you're stressed all the time, you're not going to have good gut health. So some of the ways to work on your stress levels, doing something like yoga, because again, intense exercise is a stress on our bodies. So, but movement can be stress releasing when you do yoga, or maybe walking in nature. that actually reduces the amount of stress in our body. Meditation is an amazing proven way to reduce our stress levels. And guys, meditation is not difficult and it's proven to work. Just download some app, like my favorite is Waking Up app, and do the meditation, guided meditation when you are told what to do. You don't have to think about any single thing. And meditation can be simple, guys. So again, yoga, walking, meditation, connect with your loved ones, make sure to build positive, loving, deep relationships in your life. That's one of the biggest, of the most profoundly effective way to improve your stress levels. Always look at the bright side of the things, guys. So when something happens, and especially now, it seems like it's happening to all of us, something negative, something stressful, look at the bright side, somehow figure it out, but find something positive, guys. So it's very important for our stress levels to have something positive to look forward to. And then try not to indulge in negative news, in negative thinking, communicate with negative people who always find something negative about something. That all affects our stress levels. Just be hopeful and know that it will all work out, because it always does, because we are always working on it. Humanity collectively. So that's it for today, guys. Let's repeat. Exercise, be active, walk, but don't do too much exercise. Otherwise, your blood flow is going to be diverted towards your brain, towards your muscles, towards your skeletal systems, not towards your gut that need that blood with nutrients and oxygen. Sleep. Sleep on a regular schedule, sleep enough 7 to 9 hours, because that is proven to affect our whole body health. Don't eat before bed, 2-3 hours before bed. Finish all of your meals. So sleep does affect our gut health. Smoking, stop smoking, guys. That also affects our gut health. Nutrients, make sure that you are getting all essential nutrients. If you don't know, then do some lab work, see if you are deficient, and also talk to a nutritionist, get some consultation, maybe one session to look at your daily food intake to figure out what you might be deficient in, especially if you are on a highly eliminative diet, that basically, if you are eliminating a lot of foods, then make sure to check your nutritional status, because you are then in danger of not getting a lot of essential nutrients. Again, especially you vegans. Vegan is not some miracle diet. You still need the same essential nutrients as any other human being on earth. So don't believe in miracles. Do it the science way. No medications, especially again antibiotics, antacids, anti-inflammatory, different hormone replacement kind of drugs. They all negatively affect our gut microbiome. And then manage your stress well by doing yoga, meditation, by walking, by looking at the bright side of things, by spending more time with positive people, building loving, deep connections and relationships in your life. That all affects our gut health and our whole body health. So that's it for today, guys. We are concluding our gut series for now. Check back to the episodes we did last week and yesterday to solidify all this knowledge and to make sure that you are providing the best possible environment for your gut bugs, because they are your allies. Well, some of them are not, and let's learn how to get rid of those or minimize their effect on our health of those non-beneficial bacteria, right? So check back to the episodes we did last week and beginning of this week. and then act on it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help you with any questions you might have. Don't forget to share this episode with at least one other person, because when we learn together, when we practice something together, we are more engaged, we remember it better, and we have more motivation to continue and to support each other. So share this episode, repeat what you learn, practice it in life, and you're gonna get better and better and better. And that's, guys, is an awesome feeling. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily.